I have a startup founder this time from the construction industry. I'm happy to welcome Michél-Philipp Maruhn, CEO at ROOBEO, on stage to talk about the chances and challenges for entrepreneurs in the construction industry. Hi, Michél. Welcome on stage and welcome to the mission.
Hi, Laura. Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm really happy to be part of the mission construction. Thank you.
Awesome. So here at the mission, we have a format called 1-minute pitches, where our teams present their ideas in just about a minute. I would like to ask you now to present ROOBEO to us in right about 60 seconds.
Okay, I will give my best in 60 seconds. Easily, ROOBEO is a platform that simplifies and supports the building material procurement process between manufacturers, craftsmen, and suppliers. That saves a lot of time, makes more transparent, and standardizes the entire process, avoids incorrect orders. With our platform, we create the ordering process and experience to the crafts and our other customers.
Okay.
I hope it was 60 seconds.
I think it was even shorter. Well done. Thank you. So you're not only the CEO at ROOBEO, you're also the founder. Back in 2017, you had the vision to shorten procurement processes and increase productivity across the whole construction sector. Has this vision come true?
Straight, yes. We are making our vision a reality. We have the vision to map the process in material procurement, to make them more transparent and efficient, to make the data usable for the future, to achieve more sustainability. Nobody said it was easy, but we stuck together as a team, and together we got the biggest craftsmen, the biggest suppliers and manufacturers excited about our platform. Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's all about teamwork. So now I know that. Teamwork. So now I know that ROOBEO is not your first venture. You actually had your first one founded when you were just about 16. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can you tell us a little bit more about that experience?
Yes, it was 17, 16, in the middle. In the past, I was a professional triathlete, and this passion for sport let me find my first company in the sports and nutrition sector. It's totally different to the construction. But the timing in the market wasn't there yet. So I didn't earn millions with my first company, but gained an incredible amount of experience. So you can have a great idea and a great team, but timing, I think it's the most important point. This experience are available and help me in many decisions today.
Time to market is really key. I remember that from my innovation lessons in the university. So yeah, that's actually true. Apparently my professors were right. Quite impressive. So you must be like a venturing expert now, because I know that before ROOBEO you had you worked in another company, also dealing with construction and real estate. And now next to ROOBEO, you also have a podcast called Digitalwerk Podcast. What are your key learnings so far on the topic?
Yes, true. Around 10 years ago, I started a business in the construction branch, and maybe I have 4 different key learnings. But it's all about venturing, fail, but fail fast. I think that's nothing new and special, but it's really important. Use your mistakes to get better, that's for sure. And thirdly, give responsibility to your team, and don't think as a founder you can do everything better. And last but not least, only do what you really believe in. So that's, I think, the most important points.
Talking about doing what you love. In your podcast, you talk a lot to different entrepreneurs, craftsmen, people from the construction and real estate industry. Now, you probably know a lot about the industry already. So can you share with us the most trending topics at the moment and the most pressing issues?
Yes, I will try my best. Maybe some examples from the past, and then we switch to now. The construction industry is gigantic. You hear this many times today, and you must look at a bit deeper or more deeply in the construction industry. It's quite fragmented and different areas. So They have many different phases, different topics that they're important. I will give you an example. In 2015 until 18, 3D printing was very much in focus. Then came areas like software for planning in the cloud, for example, companies like PlanRadar or Capmo. And I think the next big topic for sure will be procurement, and but for sure is it sustainability. That is for the entire construction market really important to find new solutions, new ways.
That's exactly why we have the mission construction running
yes.
now. Yeah,
yes.
We're hitting the pressing spots. Very good. So at ROOBEO, you're responsible for the strategy, but also for the positioning of the company, for the external presentation, for the investors, communications and relations. What rules apply in the industry, in that market? Are there any requirements that you have to fulfill, any legal requirements especially?
I think there are more unspoken laws in this market than we are subject to regulators. So the most important thing for our customer groups is the data security, I think. So especially in Germany, we stay really safe with our data. In our case, that means the material prices and personal data in our platform. That's really, really important. And some, of course, frameworks and regulatories behind this. So the entire industry is in a state of flux with digitization. It is the best moment to develop further and new services. And certainly one of the most important topics is sustainability. So I think for a founder, do it and think not a lot about regulatories. So try it and enter the market.
Yeah, that was exactly what we talked about earlier today in the panel discussion. There are a lot of pressing issues, but not enough practical solutions for it. As an entrepreneur, how do you make sure that you always have the right solution on your hands? How do you make sure that you're always on track?
That's a good question, though. That's really a good question. I think in the construction industry, talk to your customers is even more important than in many other industries. For sure, it's important, but here it's much more important, I think. Why? It's often because the acceptance of technology is not yet so far, and the trust in technology is missing in the construction industry. So take your customers on a journey. That's really, really important. We had to get used to not developing new functions too quickly and to adapt the pace of the market. That was our biggest learning in 2020. That was a huge choice for us. Yeah.
I think that's also a great tip for our teams. So now back to the topic of doing what you love. I think now at ROOBEO, you're at a really great stage. ROOBEO is booming. You must have put a lot of passion into it. Where does this fascination for the construction industry come from?
That's a good question. Sometimes I ask myself. No, just joking. In my life, I really love to design and build buildings, but not for myself, but for others. So this dream started with 500 euro as a small company, and after 4 years, it became a group of companies in the construction sector. So, and when I started to look inside the industry, I realized how big is the industry, and how much can be improved through technology. So that was my reason, and I was in love with the industry. But one sentence more, moreover, I don't want to realize the potential through a foreign tech company, to be honest. And instead, I see the market situation as an opportunity for us here in Germany.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I really hope that our teams also seize this opportunity. So now talking about our teams, you're a quite popular keynote speaker, and I know that we are quite lucky to have you here today because you're very busy. So when talking to your audience, what tips do you usually give to your audience talking about entrepreneurship, and what tips would you give exclusively to our teams there here listening to you right now? Okay,
so I have 4 points, but first, I think it's really important to understand as a founder, you have to be able to speak at the eye level with your customers in the construction industry. And don't be arrogant because you know how to do it better with technology, but also you don't be afraid to say no to the biggest clients. That's a huge gap, but you have to feel it. That's just a feeling, and you can learn it with time. So, but straightforward, 4 points, I think. Always deliver what you promise. It's really important in the construction sector. It's even important to all your customers. Doesn't matter construction or fintech, but here is it important. Trust. Do what you really love. That's the same thing before, and trust in yourself. It's a really hard market. The market is slow, but trust in yourself, and it only works with a team around you. You can't do this by yourself, and you can't do this with your founder team. You need a huge team with expertise, and then you can rock this shit.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. What a great way to finish this event, because that's exactly what we provide to our teams. We are all one big team working now on great ideas to bring innovation and sustainability into the construction industry. Thank you so much for your time, Michél. Best of luck with ROOBEO. So and I hope to see you soon in some other format in the mission.
Thank you so much.